After a mysterious man's appearance, several dead bodies are found across the town. The story begins in a city named Margrave, at nighttime, where a man is seen running while another person with his face hidden chases him. The mysterious man shoots at the running man and then beats him brutally. The next morning, Jack Reacher, a recently discharged army officer, arrives at Margrave and heads to a restaurant to enjoy breakfast. Before he takes his first bite, the police arrive there and take him with them, accusing him of a murder that happened last night. At the police station, they take his belongings, including a passport, around $200, and a medal from the French World War II, which a lady officer, Roscoe, recognizes. Reacher has been silent, and to make him talk, they threaten to put him in a holding cell. Oscar Finley, the chief detective, then takes Reacher to a conference room where he tells him about a dead body they found near a highway overpass. The victim was a guy in his 30s, shot twice in the back of the head. After he was dead, someone beat him up badly. They can't get fingerprints because the dead body's fingers are too swollen. Reacher initially doesn't say a word, but as soon as Finlay is about to leave the room, Reacher clarifies that he hasn't killed anyone recently, specifically in this town. Meanwhile, Roscoe is surprised because she can't find any information about Reacher. After digging in a bit more, they find out that Reacher's parents are no longer alive, and he has an older brother named Joe, who used to be in the army. When Finlay talks to him, Reacher tells him that he believes the shooter was skilled, and not a beginner, because he used a silencer on the gun. Finlay tells Reacher that he matches the description of someone seen walking on the highway near where the body was found. Reacher confirms that it was him because he got off the bus just then and walked to Margrave. He wanted to visit Margrave to learn more about Blind Blake, a blues singer who supposedly died there a long time ago, and Reacher is a fan of his music. Nonetheless, Finlay decides to keep him in a holding cell until they can confirm Reacher is innocent. He also asks Reacher about a phone number they found in the body with the word pluribus written on it, and Reacher, having no information about it, realizes he's going to be there for a while. In a flashback, a young Reacher and Joe, who recently shifted to a new home, discuss whether they'll like it. While walking, they run into a bully and end up getting into a fight. Reacher's mom tells him that trouble always seems to find him. In the present, Roscoe offers Jack a drink, and he admits that trouble indeed follows him wherever he goes. Roscoe says that Jack doesn't seem to have a criminal record. Suddenly, Finlay arrives and tells Roscoe that they have the information about the person whose phone number was found, named Hubble. They head to Hubble's home, and when Finlay inquires about the murder case, he seems scared and sees a black car outside his home. Hubble immediately confesses to killing the person, making the officers think he is lying. Finlay asks him for the victim's name, and Hubble claims he killed a man he doesn't know because it happened in self-defense. Soon, Hubble is taken to the police station and locked in a cell with Jack Reacher. When Reacher learns that Hubble confessed to the murder, he thinks he's been cleared, but Finlay tells Reacher that Hubble admitted to things that didn't even happen, which indicates that he is lying. Reacher gets angry and starts mocking Finlay, and Finlay tells him to go back inside. Reacher and Hubble are eventually transported to the prison. Officer Spivey means they'll be kept away from the more dangerous inmates until they can arrange a court appearance for them. The next morning, their cell door opens, and Reacher realizes they're kept with prisoners having life sentences, not the ones waiting for their court appearances. Reacher warns Hubble that the other inmates might want to take advantage of them. Several inmates enter the cell, and one of them starts making inappropriate demands, making Reacher intervene, and he punishes them. Reacher suspects other prisoners trying to harm them as well, and he delivers a strong beat to them in the washroom, making the officers transfer Reacher and Hubble to a prison away from the inmates with life sentences. Earlier, Hubble confessed to Reacher that he took the murder's blame on him because he was threatened by a criminal organization to do so, or otherwise, he and his family would have been killed. While having food, Reacher tells Hubble that he suspects someone is after him, especially since Officer Spivey put him in the general inmate population, making him a target for attacks. Roscoe informs Finlay that Reacher is an ex-military officer and he shouldn't be locked up in a cell like this. This infuriates Finlay, and he asks her to leave his office. Hubble and Reacher are eventually released, and Roscoe waits outside her car for Reacher with his belongings. While she's driving, Reacher tells Roscoe that he thinks someone is after him and plans to leave Margrave as soon as possible. Roscoe tells him that she wants to have dinner as an apology, and Reacher accepts her offer. Since Reacher needs new clothes, Roscoe drops him off at a thrift shop. After he gets a shirt, he tells Roscoe that he plans to explore the town a bit and will catch up with her later. Reacher goes into a barber shop, and the barber explains that an institution named Kleiner Foundation takes care of Margrave, thanks to Mr. Kleiner, who came to town from St. Louis 5 years ago. Suddenly, they see Kleiner Jr., KJ, and his cousin Dawson getting out of a black truck nearby, who start staring at Reacher. Reacher asks the barber to save his seat and goes to talk to them. He tries to figure out what they want, and KJ mentions hearing about serious charges against Jack Reacher that mysteriously disappeared. He warns Reacher that Margrave won't forgive him so quickly, and then leaves. Reacher is confused about what they are talking about, and when he goes to the police station to meet with Roscoe, she tells him dinner isn't happening because another dead body has been found not far from the first one. Finlay asks him if Hubble told Reacher anything while they were locked up, but Reacher denies this. Reacher tries to leave, but Finlay insists he isn't going anywhere unless they find the culprit. The trio goes to a morgue where the dead body is kept, and a person named Jasper tells them that the victim was shot in the back of the head from a long distance, and the killer couldn't find him afterward, so he left him there. They haven't identified the victim yet because his fingers are too swollen. Jack notices some other clues about the dead body, which makes him skeptical, and he wants to see the dead body. As Reacher sees the body, he notices a scar on his hand, making him deduce that it's his brother Joe. Reacher storms out, and Finlay asks him why his brother is in Margrave. An argument ensues between Finlay and Reacher, and Roscoe steps in to defuse the situation. As they drive away, Reacher tells them he will find people responsible for his brother's death and punish everyone. If you would like another part of the recap of Episode 2, then please do comment in the video. Thanks for watching, and have a good day. The link to the movie is in the description below.